Oz. Well, ooh-la-dee-da, Mr. Frenchman.
Well, what do you call it?
A car hole.
Stupider, like a fox!
Dear Lord, that's the loudest profanity I've ever heard.
This sounds like rock and or roll.
Remember Alf? He's back in pod form.
Googly doogly.
Come to Homer's BBBQ. The extra B is for BYOBB.
What's that extra B for?
That's a typo. You don't win friends with salad.
You don't win friends with salad. You don't win friends with salad.
You don't win friends with salad. Do not touch Willie. Good advice.
I don't like the idea of Milhouse having 2 spaghetti meals in one day.
If the paper turns clear, it's your window to weight gain.
I don't want to look like a weirdo. I'll just go with a moo-moo.
I wash myself with a rag on a stick.
I heard your dad went into a restaurant and ate everything in the restaurant, and they had to close the restaurant. He's not some kind of food-crazed maniac.
Oh, the raspberry.
Popular Simpsons characters have died in the past year. If you said Bleeding Gums Murphy and Dr. Marvin Monroe, you are wrong. They were never popular.
Thrill House!
Ammo, that team sure did suck last night. They just plain sucked. I've seen teams suck before, but they were the suckiest bunch of sucks that ever sucked.
Homer, watch your mouth.
Ammo, that team sure did so. My damn wiener kids are listening. You have 30 minutes to move your car. You have 10 minutes. Your car has been impounded. Your car has been crushed into a cube. You have 30 minutes to move your cube.
Breathe in and wonder, is this?
You asked for it, and after much research, like a lot of research, we finally pulled it off. I mean, what kind of cartoon addicts would we be if we didn't include The Simpsons in our Good to Evil series?
Sherry and Terry are Springfield's freakiest twins.
Your daddy's gonna kill you.
There's something more than just being a bit off about these two. For one thing, they can speak their own language. But I feel there's something more, or someone more. I firmly believe that Sherry and Terry were actually triplets, conjoined triplets, and that the missing sister is somewhere out there, waiting, lurking, savoring for revenge, and today I'm gonna prove it to you. Now, as we all know, Sherry and Terry belong in Bart's class, but their sister is actually in Lisa's. I have a theory as to why, but let's just concentrate on spotting her, shall we? She first came to my attention in Lisa the Vegetarian. In one scene, the girl who is identical to the twins is seen in Lisa's class. She is also briefly seen in Lisa Gets an A, right behind Lisa as she groans about taking a test on The Wind and the Willows. Some may say that these are just small scenes, and some might even throw it away as animation errors, but I think the creators were wanting to make her presence known. This is because as the series goes on, this sister's appearance starts to separate slightly from her sisters. In season 18, the Mook, the chef, the wife, and her Homer, she is now wearing a short sleeve dress instead of a long sleeved one, and her collar doesn't cover up her neck. And her face and body are no longer exactly like the twins. She feels younger, smaller, and a bit less developed. Now we know this one isn't an editing mistake because we see the twins in the same scene only a few seconds later. This same look is seen in the season 22 episode The Nedliest Catch, sitting on the bleachers next to Allison, another girl also in Lisa's class, backing up my claims that she is in fact a student in Lisa's grade. So I get it, it's all very well me having theories and all that, but where is the proof? Well, what if I was to tell you that the proof is said by an actual character, and a doctor at that? Whilst Bart Simpson is yet in another therapy session with Dr. J. Loren Pyra, the twins walk past and make a horrible comment about Bart's family. The doctor then discloses their biggest, darkest secret.
They recently learned they were once two-thirds of conjoined triplets, and the third one is out for revenge.
And it goes even further too. One season later, in season 23's The Daughter Also Rises, Marge is upset that Lisa won't hang out with her, so Mrs. McElberry offers one of her two twins. Sherry and Terry then start to play with Marge a bit, bizarrely shifting in a 3-card Monty.
Now there's 3 of you.
Now could this be a strange little hint referring to the third sister? Now I know I'm not going to be completely biased here. I'm going to list 3 explanations to this little scene. A. Marge could be hallucinating. B. The third triplet found the McElberries and is now able to be a part of Sherry and Terry's tricks, being now fully developed and identical to the twins again. Or the third triplet may just reveal herself whilst her mum was unaware, playing with her sisters but not necessarily being a real part of the family, and in this case hidden under the bloody table. So here's my theory, a Simpsons theory. Now I'm going to break it down why she's there in a lower grade and perhaps what the twins may have done to her to fuel her revenge. First and foremost, I feel that their sister was the triplet that developed at the slowest rate. It's well known that within twins, triplets and so on, there can be cases where one or more of the children lack the nutrition the other babies have, and therefore their development cycle can be slowed down too. This is cited in R. Feldman's essay, Parenting Behavior as the Environment Where Children Grow. Now I feel this is the case for the lost sister. She looks smaller, younger, and less developed than the other two sisters. It would then make sense why she's in Lisa's class, as she may be slow in developing academically too. We already know that Skinners aren't afraid to move kids around according to their capability, such as in Bart vs. Lisa vs. the third grade. Now, why is she so separated from her sisters, and what could have really riled her up? Well, Sherry and Terry are known to be a bit mean. They are a force of nature when berating Bart Simpson, and have been known to bully Lisa on a fair few occasions.
She has a head made out of lettuce.
These insults have cut really deep too, bullying her over her body.
Lisa has a big butt. Lisa has a big butt.
And full out saying they don't want to hang out with her because she's a big old dork. Overall, these two sisters give off an air of being above everyone else.
Do we hate her? Yes!
They cast Lisa out when the cool new girl comes to town, and they're only friends with her when the Simpsons get a pool.
Isn't it amazing? The same day you got a pool is the same day we realized we liked you?
They even go as far as going after their dad by saying he's incompetent on a school trip to the power plant while proudly waving at their own dad. The two girls are relatively intelligent, come from a good home, considered as the popular girls, and in their mind are far more superior to the Simpsons. This superiority complex is an ugly trait and one that isn't hard to imagine melting into their other relationships. They bullied other kids for their weaknesses, so why not their very own sister? Underdeveloped, slow, and different from them, it's no wonder why they're rarely seen hanging out all together. And why the twin might get a little bit pissed off and therefore claim revenge. This theory reminds me of Bart's conjoined brother Hugo.
Excuse me. Yes? Do you have a table for the mayor? Yes! Why do you talk that way? I had a stroke! Excuse me, sir. Yes? I'd like to buy all these toys for some needy children. Is this enough dirty, dirty money? Why, it most certainly is. Mr. Corsington, something quite wonderful has happened. No? No? Yes. Excuse me, my refrigeration unit is broken. Could you possibly eat some free ice cream?
What flavor?
Why, super chocolate, of course. Oh, yes. We'll do our best. Now, let's get going.
Oh!
Check, please. See? Does that include tip? See? Hello? Yes, Governor. No, Governor, it's not too late. Yes, Governor, I'll tell him right away. The Governor says he hopes you're a twitcher. Oh, yes.
Roll your eyes back into your head, focusing on your breathing. You should feel a pleasant tingling.
Ooh, I do. Like me, Millhouse's dad, Bumblebee Man, Surly Duff, and that jerk that goes, yes? I'm afraid the polls have closed, and on Prop 242, the winner is yes! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Hmm? Oh yes! Sir, other customers need to use that dressing room. Dressing room? Uh-oh.
Next.
Wow!
Okay.
This is Kent Brockman, juror number 7, saying...